So hey out there, let's see. We running here. Okay, I'm using the iPhone today because my other cameras have to be charged, and I wanna get on with things. I got things to do. So look at the sun shining. It's like 68 degrees out here, and I'm dressed for cold weather. I got my thermal on and all that. What's going on with this weather? I don't like it. I'm gonna have to go change, put some shorts on, but hold it. So I want to give you guys some thoughts on a build, because I got people asking me all the time. I see questions all the time from Colorado owners. Which lift kit is best? Which one should I buy? It's like, gee, you know what? Depends on what you're going to do and how much money you want to spend. This kit cost me $1,000. It was rough country. I started with the cheapest way to go. I was running the factory struts and springs. Then I upgraded them later. I'm now running the Fox coil-over reservoirs. I wouldn't recommend them. I've got them. They're heavy duty and everything, but not too impressed with the service from the company when I had an issue. But that's what fit this truck and this lift. So that was that. And on the rear, this kit is a low-budget kit. It does not come with springs. It comes with lift blocks in the rear. So now I have graded those later to some Atlas springs. So I'm running some Atlas springs. No lift blocks on here. I got a comment once, oh, how come you don't do it right? Do it right. Hey, you know what? I got plans here. See, upgraded the rear shackles. I got the longer shackles on it, and I redid the brake lines, put longer brake lines. I rerouted the ABS wiring that used to hang off the frame over here. That's gone. Little stuff like that. I seen some electrical mods similar to mine here, and look pretty clean. What a lot of guys do is they run the wiring behind the board. So I got a board back here, and they run the wiring back there, and it looks pretty clean. But you know what? If you want to add something later, what are you going to do? Take the whole panel out just to access the wires? I think mine's more functional, but you know, I'm no professional. I'm just a rookie guy. I got some ideas, and I put this together. So far everything works. I've seen guys running a DC to DC charger. I'm still not sure exactly how that works or what it does, but my battery, I'm running dual batteries. Both batteries tie into this switch right here, and I can switch from one battery to two batteries. See, it says combined batteries. And then this battery in the back just runs all these accessories. When the engine's on, it's got an automatic relay right here that charges the batteries. When the engine's off, it switches off, and I'm just on one single battery again, unless I flip the switch right here. So that's what that's about. You've got plenty of outlets up here, extra power. I am only running one battery though, and I don't have a fridge or nothing, so I don't know how long this one battery will last me. I've seen a guy running 2 batteries, 3 batteries, plus a solar charger. For me right now, this is doing the job. I mean, all I run at night is my lights and maybe some camera chargers. So this is what the back of my truck looks like. That's my battery box. I'm running a 0 gauge wire. 0 gauge from the front of the vehicle to the back of the vehicle, and they both combine on that switch back there. Got a bed mat. As you can see, I got a lot of sand in there because I just took everything out. Everything's Here's my drawers. Yeah, you know, slider drawers. That's what I use. A couple of totes. Pull them out, and I can use my truck as a regular truck now. I gotta go pick up some stuff at the hardware store. So that's the idea behind that. Instead of buying drawers, because if you've ever had drawers before, drawers have a tendency to fill it with a bunch of junk you never use, and then you're gonna carry those around. And the drawers themselves, I don't know how much they weigh, but it looks like that's going to weigh your truck down a bit. And then you're going to put a bunch of junk in there you don't use. And I've seen those drawers on some of our work trucks at work before, and yeah, they're full of junk. A bunch of useless stuff accumulates in there. And my truck is already at 5,600 pounds, so I put some drawers back in there with stuff. It's probably gonna max it out. Another thing, a rooftop tent. Rooftop tent would go up there, but I don't want to be climbing up and down to get in and out. That, and who wants to be taking the thing off and putting it back on every time you want to go somewhere? It's fine if you've got if you can park this vehicle and only use it specifically for going places, but this is my daily driver. I don't want to be driving around with a rooftop tent, and at the same time I don't want to be coming home every time after a weekend trip and having to take it back off again. I just don't have the room for it. So there's my 2 cents. You might be asking, how come you didn't get a bed liner? I just don't want to spend the money on a bed liner, not right now. Oh, but it's gonna get scratched up. So what? Then you put the bed liner. Right? Right. So that's it for right now. I thought I'd just make a quick video with this iPhone camera. See how this comes out, because all my other cameras are on charge. I gotta go to the hardware store and pick up some stuff. I think I'm gonna change first because it's too hot out here. So I just picked up like 500 pounds of concrete and gravel, and my 2018 Colorado with a rough country lift. I'm running Atlas Expedition springs in the rear, and it's sitting just right. So can you tell I got a load? That's about how it usually sits. Empty, this truck is at 5,600 pounds. With all the accessories I added to it, the maximum gross vehicle weight, GVR, is 6,000, so I'm pretty close to the max on this truck. Alright, so I'm back from Home Depot. This truck, maximum gross vehicle weight is 6,000 pounds. It says on the little door sticker. The advertised load capacity, I believe, is either 1,200 or 1,400 pounds. So the 6,000 pounds is the whole truck. People, luggage, cargo. So this truck empty is at 5,600 pounds. I know because we put it on the scale. We took it down to the scale and put it on the scale. So they adjusted my leafs, added a couple leafs to there, and yeah, I'm probably at maximum load. That only leaves me 400 pounds. I've got about 500 right now in the back. I've got 420 pounds of concrete, and then I got another 4 bags of gravel there. So handles the load pretty good. It's sagging a little, but not much. But yeah, I am at maximum load. So remember that you start putting stuff like bumpers and spare tires and all these accessories and weigh your truck down. That's a big heavy bumper on there, and then I got an 80 pound, at least an 80 pound winch in there. Something to think about, because some of you guys on top of that are throwing on rock sliders and all kinds of weird ass skid plates and little skid plates on the shock absorbers, and all that's cutting into your gas mileage and your load carrying capacity. I think I'm just right at maximum. So just want something to think about when you're building your truck. I got work to do. I gotta unload this stuff and go from there. Alright, so I'm back from Home Depot. Picked up what, 500 pounds of concrete and some gravel. While I'm at it, I might as well clean out the truck, because I got a bunch of sand back here. And the sand was from some wood I found out in the desert. There was an abandoned campsite. Had a little fire ring. It had 3 bundles of wood, you know, the kind you buy. Had a bag of charcoal. Had a little grill set up, and weird stuff like 2-barrel trash cans, you know, the trash bins, plastic ones. A easy up frame but no cover, and it didn't look like anybody been there for a while, so I was like looking around. Well, I don't see any tracks. Stuff was looking pretty old, so I grabbed the wood, and the wood had sand in it. You know how they wrap it with like that shrink wrap? So when I threw the wood in the truck, I got sand over everything back here. But so this cleans out pretty easy. I just hosed it off. I didn't even take the mat out because this is my mistake. When I put the battery in here, the battery's mounted on top of the mat. So it's like, oh well. But see, I'm able to roll the mat over, wash underneath it, pull that corner up, and just blow the water out. I see a little sand over here by the battery, but that's no big deal. Yesterday I was able to get rid of the wheel spacers. Yeah, a guy, one of my viewers out there, I said, hey, if you can use them, you can have them, man. Take them, right? I gotta try to make some room here in this garage. I ain't got no room. That's why I have everything loaded in the truck, because if I put it in the garage, I gotta get rid of something like these fenders here, you know? They don't quite work for my truck, so I don't want to put them on. Don't really need them anyway. My tires fit almost perfect. Almost perfect. They stick out a little bit, but not much, so that's why I got these. You know, it was the same issue as the wheel spacers. I bought them just in case. I put the wheel spacers, the tires are going to stick out and all that, so I don't need these. I got the whole set. I got the hardware kit and all that stuff. I need this stuff gone, because this stuff is just, you know, it's one of those weird shapes. You can't stack it someplace and put it out of the way. It's just, I'm stumbling over this stuff. So if anybody out there wants this stuff, just say so. I'm not shipping this anywhere. I don't have a box for it, so you got to be local. It's for a short bed like mine. Crew cab short bed. I think the only difference is this cutout here. I could be wrong. That's the only thing I could see possibly be different, because the gas door on the fender there on the short bed. I may be wrong. I don't know. Here's the front. That don't go. Color wise, it does not go. That's my opinion, you know. You can always paint these, but I don't need them. You know, speaking of color, I think I got the perfect balance between the gray or silver metallic and the black. I saw a Toyota Tacoma a few weeks back. He had a shell like mine. He had a similar metallic gray paint job, but he had his shell painted to match, and I thought it looked pretty ugly. I mean, it's the same color as the truck, but being that it's not a very pretty looking shell to begin with, you know, it's a utility type shell, and yeah, it just didn't work for me, let's put it that way. See, if I got it black like that, it still looks utility. I'm not trying to dress it up any. It's a truck. It's fine if it looks like a truck a utility thing, you know? I think a fiberglass shell painted to match looks good. Look at my Tacoma. But that had, went with the body style and all that, you know, very aerodynamic and blended in good with the body. It all went together. That's just my view on that. Yeah, I don't think... A buddy of mine was telling me, oh, you should have painted that to match, dude. I go, nah, I don't think so. I want it to stand out black like that. It looks utility, you know? I want it to look utility. It ain't pretty. I don't want it to look pretty. What do they say about putting lipstick on a pig?